Hey, do you girls need a referee? Duh, no. You two. I've got my striped shirt and my whistle in the back room. Bye-bye. Whatever. Hello? It's on its way. Ever get the urge to just spill something? It's hard to control.
We just love us some.
So, you know what's so funny is that right after Beefus says that line, the real actress starts laughing. And I don't think it was meant for her to start laughing. I think she was just laughing like, holy Jesus, what did I just witness?
I know. And we've done shows on this, of course, as you guys all know.
Yes.
And those soap operas were really notorious for one take Charlie. I guarantee you they had to do that several times with her.
I think that was one take.
That eye wink though was brutal. I mean, she just
everything about it was brutal.
Hi, greetings, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday, March 25th, 2025. Here we are, Dennis and Xavier and your girl Monique doing the thing that we do 3 times a week, which is really it's exhausting. I have to tell you, it's just exhausting.
But don't worry, I got a nap this morning.
Oh, thank God, because
I did. I actually took a little nap.
Because Bill Murray.
Thank you, Bill Murray.
Yes. You know, it's funny because I was talking to my friend today about, he asked me, what would you do if you weren't doing the Stern podcast? Because he started listening to a podcast called, I think it's called The No Rogan Show, which I thought was a funny name. But, it's a guy who does kind of what we do, except for Joe Rogan. And then I kind of thought to myself, I don't think there's anybody else that is uniquely Howard Stern-esque that we could gravitate towards and be as passionate about.
No.
Right?
Yeah, the only thing...
Seen a grown man naked?
The only thing that I have passion besides cars, and of course then Stern, would be just general pop culture, because general pop culture is very fascinating shit.
Oh my God, is it ever?
Very fascinating shit. There's so much bad TV and movies out right now. Jeez, it's like Christmas every week.
Well, for argument's sake, I was going to save this till later, but I was in my car and this headline came up and I'm like, I don't even know how to process this because just the sentence alone was so wrong. So I'll share it right now just because who cares?
That's our breaking news for all our Polynesian viewers.
1,000-pound sister Amy Slayton addresses arrest after being bitten by a camel in season 7 trailer.
What?
Exactly. Exactly. You process that. You process that.
I can't.
Yes, drug and child endangerment charges shortly after being bitten by a camel at a Tennessee zoo.
Wait, stop this. How do you end up getting charges after a camel bites you?
37-year-old reality star can be seen in the clip holding onto a bucket of feed to distribute to animals from her passenger seat window during a visit to Tennessee Safari Park last September. The camera briefly pans away to showcase another camel happily munching on snacks when suddenly Slayton begins screaming, and a quick pan reveals that another camel is chomping on her upper arm. She probably deliciously tastes like meat sweats. You must know that. The camel just cries.
Camels are vegetarians.
Yeah, the bite, however, was just the beginning of her problems. She revealed in September that they responded to a call about her bite injury, only to be immediately overtaken by suspicious odors coming from the vehicle. She and some dude who was driving the car were both subsequently arrested on suspicion of illegal possession, undisclosed substances, and 2 counts of child endangerment. That's
Jesus Christ.
Oh God. Oh, Jesus, please spoil that. Oh my God. Holy
I do believe that in another world, that lazy eye would be the giveaway. That she is looking straight ahead, but not quite.
One eye is looking at Kansas City, the other one's looking at Tallahassee, bro.
Yeah, and she used to be tremendous. I mean, she was
bigger. I mean, it looks like Jabba the Hutt right now.
It's her after losing a substantial amount of weight. Yeah, there's the sisters.
Yeah, well, it ain't getting better.
No, it's not getting better.
It's kind of like Jason, man.
There she is.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
There she is.
Yeah, right.
Oh God, I just had a nice dinner.
Bro, you're killing me, man.
Okay. I
Oh.
wasn't gonna go there. Just oh my God. This is where we're going. This is who we've become. This is who we.
I mean, I had such a delicious Reuben for dinner, and
a
now
Reuben. I love a Reuben. I love a Reuben
because I had fresh bread from that German bakery we went to, a little marble rye.
Yes.
And I put that the little root. I got the boar's head pastrami.
Ooh, that sounds amazing.
I went all out, man.
Sauerkraut, Thousand Island dressing.
Absolutely.
What kind of cheese?
Actually, I mixed it up. I did a little provolone instead.
Indeed, I bet you that's delicious.
It kind of gave it a little bite. It was nice. It was such a tasty meal. A little potato salad on the side. We did like a deli night. It was nice.
Nice.
Quite delicious.
You like movies about gladiators?
God. Oh, we're in a new phase. We're in a new Xavier phase of.
You ever hang around the gymnasium?
God. Okay, so
Dennis is living the Hyman Roth life down in Florida.
This is who he is. This is our boy. What are you drinking tonight, Dennis?
I'm drinking some sort of tropical drink I found at Total Wine and More. It's not a commercial, but you take coconut rum, some coconut cream, and then you put margarita mix in there, shake it nice, put it in a tall glass, fill with ice, and then there's a cherry in the bottom. Quite refreshing.
That sounds delicious.
Quite refreshing.
I like a tropical drink. Well, I am on a no drinking kick right now.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
So am I. Oh, wait.
And so yeah, this is day 3. I mean, it's it's obviously new for this week, but this is day 3 of no drinking.
No drinking, jeez.
I want you to go to jail for this.
It's just that I'm a little bored with alcohol right now.
That's why I mix it up.
Well, yeah, but the sugary ones aren't really my friend, and they keep me awake. So it's not really something I would do.
I use light margarita mix.
Congratulations, Michael. 9 years. Wow. No, it's not a personal best. I have done dry UREs before, and I have done.
What a waste of a month.
You know what? No, it's okay. I mean, I'm once I get on the kick, it's okay to not drink. Like even going out to dinner tonight, I was like the only one that didn't order.
See, now you're a weirdo.
I know I'm a weirdo. Yeah.
See?
No, I'm just trying to get help.
Propofol from now on.
Melvin's drunk right now. Who saw
All
the
right.
Baba Louie? We played the Reddit post with Sour Stew. Or is this something different? Is this something
Is there a new one that's more disturbing?
Are you chewing? Are you chewing?
It just sounds like a salad. Are you having that a
oh,
nice Caesar
oh.
salad?
I'm muting him.
Oh, come on. I want to know what type of salad it was. I bet it was one of those Caesar salads with chicken.
Of course it's a Caesar salad. What do you
You
eat?
ever seen a grown man naked?
What are you eating?
Nothing.
Come on.
Mhm.
Is it a Caesar with chicken?
No, it's a Cobb salad.
Ooh, the Cobb salad. Oh, he mixes
Yes,
it up.
yes.
Jeremy, I am with you. I'm not really big on mixed drinks as much as I am on red wine. I am a absolute freak for red wine. I would actually save my calories for red wine. And COVID made me an absolute alcoholic. Sitting at home all the time.
Yeah, blame that.
Killing time. Well, you're hanging out with your friends, the people that aren't sick, and you're drinking because there's nowhere else to go. There was nowhere to go. There was nowhere to, go and socialize really. So you stayed home and drank, and it was really easy, really fucking easy to open a bottle of wine when I start cooking dinner and finish it by the time I'm done.
So, advice for Jeremy: a Negroni would be a very nice, easy drink. A little gin, little oh my God, I'm brain dead right now because that show really rotted my brain this morning. It really did.
Sure, blame the show. That was
blame
12
don't
hours
blame the
ago.
show. No, yeah. Well, I mean, it put me into a coma. It really did. I almost can't think anymore.
Look at this one. Love hearing about our friends from Quite Frankly. Most embarrassing thing I heard this week was Quite Frankly sending someone to plug their show.
Are you serious, me? Wow.
On Kumia's live show. Put their that really works sometimes.
Yeah,
Really
sometimes never.
Sometimes never. All right, let's get started on the shit show today. So, as you all know, Bill Murray was in, and what a snooze fest that was. That's all I got.
This man has no dick.
So, Jesus. Howard has the innate ability to do two things. First, he can make you absolutely hate a human being. I mean, despise that person by the end of 2 hours.
Yes.
The other thing he can do, he can make anybody boring. Like, I'm talking like literally reading the phone book backwards boring. And that's what he did today. He made Bill Murray the most boring man on earth.
Yes. Yeah.
And Bill Murray was tired, not awake, and really kind of disinterested the entire time, which was really fun. He was disinterested. It was great.
Yeah, no. I agree, but I think it's also kind of weird that Howard just kept him on, and it just kept lingering, and it was.
I know why.
Why?
Because he wanted to make 10 o'clock. He had nothing. He had nothing in the tank.
No.
So if he left at 9:15, he would have had like 40 minutes to kill, 45 minutes to kill, and he had nothing to come up with. I mean, he dragged Maryanne at the end to kill 10 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that was a dog with no legs being dragged.
Well, I can't wait
snow.
To that too. I must. Gammerman says, if you showed a picture of Dennis to a man on the street and asked what nationality he was, no one would ever guess Italian. That's probably true. I mean, Dennis does not look Italian.
But I'm also half Sicilian, so.
Oh, that's true. And you're
I'm not all Italian.
That's true.
There's the problem there.
Yes. It's true. I don't know what I would think Dennis is. I mean, I know he's Italian, so I don't think of it any differently. And he's got that cute little Italian boy curly hair. So I don't know. He doesn't really, though. I mean, yes, he has that almost translucent skin. Like he doesn't. Babe, look at us just in the color of like you to me here. You're practically pink.
Do you realize I go out in the sun for hours at a time and don't burn?
Okay.
But I mean, that's not translucent.
Like if we compare, put your hand up. Put your hand up right next to mine. The other one. Other hand.
Other hand.
Yeah. I mean,
my lighting is fucked up. I have lighting issues.
I know, but I goof on you in person as well, saying I can't believe you're fucking Italian. You're practically pink.
No, I'm not.
A lab mouse.
I'm not a lab mouse. Let me fix my color. Christ, killing me. Killing me here. Killing me.
I don't look 17% black, do I? No, of course not.
How dare you?
Yeah, you sir. But I do also. I do.
Are you?
Well, how the hell does anybody look 70% anything?
Yeah, I know. That's 17%.
I have no idea.
As a predominant amount. My grandfather was very, very dark, like my phone kind of dark, I think. I never met him, but my mother tells me this, and I saw pictures of him.
I had cousins that would have had to use the other bathroom in the South.
Yeah, I dare say that Dennis probably has some sub-Saharan African in him as well.
Actually, no, I have.
Oh.
Actually, they traced it back to Crete. Swear to Christ, Middle Eastern. I have Middle Eastern in me.
Isn't that like Greece, basically?
Well, yeah, Lebanon, Greece, that area.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool.
The
Arab traders.
Everybody's got to be. You know what? I forgot what the statistics were. Like, how many generations we'd have to go back where everybody has a common ancestor. It ain't that far.
It ain't that far, no.
It's not that far. But that's okay. Let's go on to our show and let's talk about
I really have to.
It's all about him, Ed.
It's all about him, Den. So, okay, let's just start. I don't even know what clips I have today. I got to be honest with you. I don't know what's going on. I've lost all control.
I listened to it and I don't know what's going on.
I know. And you were tagging me in shit that I was like, oh, I don't care.
Well, there's a couple things that were funny.
Blobbin laughed. I'm like, okay, who cares? Blobbin laughed. She's an idiot.
Yeah, but no. It was, if you string them together, it's actually kind of funny because she just literally anything to get noticed she was doing, but then she gets asked a question and there's dead silence because Howard basically made it so she couldn't talk.
It's ridiculous. All right, here we go. Starting the show.
Quack, quack. Good morning, and here's our theme song with Mr. Robert Zombie. As we start a whole new, brand new show, who knows what's going to happen? We'll see. By the way, on today's show, for those of you who are fans like I am of Bill Murray, the great funny man, Bill Murray, Bill will be by. He's promoting the new movie, The Friend, which I've seen and loved. So there you go. It gets the very important Howard Stern endorsement. All actors are looking for that endorsement.
The seal of approval.
The Howard Stern seal of approval.
Wait. What?
I know it's the opening. It's the opening parade to our show, but it's stupidity nonetheless. It's people are basically screaming.
The only thing I have to say about it, he clearly believed his own shit.
Yes, he does.
Of course, he does.
The thing is, this is where people come in to have movies die.
Yes,
I mean, really, because Bill Murray has 2 movies out. Well, he's going to this Friday. He'll have 2 movies out, and combined, these movies won't make $20 million. Combined.
I don't even know who would see that other movie. I got to be honest.
No one's gonna see this. No one's gonna see this. That and what is it? Jigsaw? No, what the hell is it?
Riff-Raff?
What?
Riff-Raff?
Riff-Raff, yeah. I looked that up, and it brings in tens of dollars. I mean, it's no one cares.
No. Nobody cares.
It really, it's so bad.
And honestly, a movie about, first off, I will never see a movie about a dog.
Absolutely no.
There's no part of me that wants to know that this dog was either A, abandoned, B, winds up dying. I don't want to know. I don't care.
Exactly.
And
He's a napkin dog.
Bring your napkins, everybody. It's a real tearjerker. And it's like, no, I don't know. No.
I want to be entertained, not made sad.
I don't want to cry during a movie. I just don't.
I don't want to cry.
No. No.
I want to be entertained.
What was the last?
I want to be amused. I want to be astounded. I want to be awed. I don't want a dead dog. I just don't.
What was the last
you come in an up-tempo.
I don't know.
With an up-tempo movie, and you have to do a dead dog.
Yeah.
I don't know what the last Bill movie. What's the last Bill movie?
Honestly, I'm thinking it's either. Honestly, it's you got to go back to Zombieland. He was funny in that.
Oh yes, okay.
And then like was What's that movie when he was with Scarlett Johansson and
Oh, I love that movie. That's the one in Japan.
Yeah. Fuck. That was a good movie.
Yes, it was.
I think that's it. I don't think he's done a good movie since.
I saw neither one. I saw neither one of those movies.
Real Lost in Translation was a great movie. It really was.
Oh, dude, the opening scene with the Japanese director giving him the translator's instruction. Oh, he said more expression. Wait, what? It sounded like he said more than that.
It was for Centauri whiskey. I don't know why I remember that, but okay.
Yeah. That was a really good movie. But I think that, and then Zombieland, he was funny. And I think that's it, bro. And we all grew up loving the dude.
Yeah,
because he was awesome when we were younger.
Yeah, Meatballs, bro. Meatballs is underrated.
I do like him in Wes Anderson movies too. Steve Zissou. I like those movies. I like Wes Anderson. I think he's a little quirky. And St. Vincent.
Rushmore.
Singer?
I don't know. I wanted to like Rushmore, but it was a boring ass movie, dude. I tried.
Oh, I loved Grand Budapest. I thought it was a great movie.
Wait, was
A Fish Called Wanda? He wasn't in A Fish Called Wanda.
No, that was Kevin Kline.
That was Kevin Kline. Kevin Kline was
awesome. John Cleese was in that too. No.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's Ken. He's coming to kill me.
When he eats all the fish, that was pretty funny.
That was Michael Palin was in that.
Okay.
He was the guy that was stuttering.
Yes.
Absolutely hilarious. Oh my god, that movie kills me.
I forget about that movie. That would be a great rewatch.
Groundhog Day is probably one of the greatest pieces of cinema where you just basically you kill it. You basically beat a trope to death, but it's still funny.
Never saw it.
You never saw Groundhog Day? Oh my god.
And I never saw Groundhog Day. I've never seen Stripes. I've never seen
Stripes was funny.
Caddyshack.
What? You never saw Caddyshack?
You're going back 30-something years now.
Jesus. Even my daughter saw Caddyshack.
No, sorry.
You never saw Caddyshack? Hey, somebody step on a duck? That's a good fucking movie, dude.
Hey, I bet you was something before electricity.
Hey, you scratched my anchor. That's a good movie.
That's a great movie.
Let us move on.
Hey,
Scrooge.
Chan, don't tell him you're Jewish.
Okay, so let's move on. This is the second thing he jumped right into because I don't even know. So I guess somebody was down at South by Southwest. Let's hear. He's just an AGT bitch that came right on the heels of the open.
Band. Yeah, he has a band. He gets up, he sings. They were at what is that thing? South by Southwest, whatever that is.
Yeah, some of those. That festival.
Festival that annoyed the fuck out of me. The first year I was doing America's Got Talent, that was when they used to go from city to city, town to town, looking for talent.
Before you put the kibosh on that.
And I was like, oh my God, this is horrible. Every weekend I was traveling to a different place. And so I ended up in Texas. And
what is that, San Antonio, or is that Austin?
I think it was Austin. I think it was Austin. I don't even know. I don't know where I was. I was in a hotel. and because the music festival was happening, there were like bands who you never heard of right outside my window, at the hotel playing.
It was San Antonio because he was on the river. He was on that boat. That's in San Antonio. That's not Austin.
Okay.
Okay, I never saw Caddyshack, Stripes, Scrooged, or Groundhog's Day.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know where I was.
Well, then again, this is the same
Meatballs?
person.
What's it about?
Meatballs?
Wow.
The camp movie? It's one of those teen exploitation movies with Bill Murray in it.
I don't think so.
But this is also the same person that never saw The Godfather.
Are you ready for the summer? Are
Which
you
one?
ready for the good times?
Which
Are you
three?
ready for the birds and
Part 3
bees?
doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
No. The second one doesn't exist. The first one was a good one.
What? Godfather?
Godfather
Oh, no,
Part
I'm
2.
talking about Meatballs.
Much
Oh,
better than
Meatballs
the
Part 2
one.
is garbage. Yeah, this is garbage.
Hmm.
Whoa!
Hey!
Oh my God! Our favorite person that loves to torture themselves at live Shuli events.
Dad! I was just thinking about you today because I was wearing my Jim Thorpe t-shirt. And some guy came up to me and said, "Hey, are you from Jim Thorpe?" I'm like, "No, but I usually meet up with one of my friends there. We're just chatting about it." And He's like, oh yeah, you used to be called Mahopank. I'm like, I don't know any of that, and nor do I care. I don't really care about your Jim Thorpe story.
You know, guys just do that to try to get in your pants, right? You could
Yes, exactly. That's a strategy.
Anything, and we're like, oh, I know you have an STP oil can. You know.
No, I said Godfather 3 is garbage. Meatballs 2 is garbage.
There you go. There you
gotta.
go.
There's actually only one Meatballs.
Exactly. Just as like there's only 2 diehards.
Dad. Okay. So a guy calls in. I don't know. And again, yes, we can always just comment on the fact that he is from the West Coast, so therefore it's like 4:30 in the friggin' morning. I don't know who calls at this time.
No one does.
I don't know. So the question posed to Howard is, who do you think of as being the sexiest woman currently? Like, who is a sexy?
This answer is mind numbing.
Here he is.
Just mind numbing.
He just can't think. He just can't think. Okay, he just can't think.
No, I know why. No, he can't think of a woman.
I want to give you an answer too. Who's
Is it the girl with the teeth?
No, not her. Hunter Schafer's pretty hot.
You can't think of a single real woman to say.
Hold on. I'll just make it easy. This would have. I mean, this should have been fucking like slam dunk. Literally slam dunk.
She's beautiful.
Who do you got?
I got this. This is slam dunk stuff. Come on, get in there. Why is it not working?
I have to remove mine.
Oh, there you go. That is slam dunk. That's Sydney Sweeney. She's the it girl right now. She is the it girl right now. She's everywhere and anywhere. And yeah, I mean that's not a hard no. I mean that's not hard to say.
Oh, I agree, Mike. I think Ana de Armas is stunning.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
I guarantee you, if you would have asked Howard who's the hottest lady boy, boom.
Oh, he knows.
Not even a second.
I think she's attractive too. I agree.
Well, Margot Robbie, even now, sure, better looking than anything Howard could think of. Even Gail Gadot would have been a better choice.
Yeah, Ana de Armas. I think she's stunning.
She's cute. It's just
she is cute. She played Marilyn Monroe in some movie that I would never see either. But yeah, I think she's a stunningly beautiful girl. Yeah. Who else does the chat have?
Well, they had oh, it was what's her name from oh God, I just saw it.
I'm sorry, lean beef patty.
No, it was Margot Robbie. Margot Robbie went from Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, she's a beauty too.
She's pregnant right now, though. So now.
I thought she had the baby already.
Did she? Well, even worse. It's a loosey-goosey situation now.
Yeah, she's filming Wuthering Heights right now.
Oh,
Peppermint Patty.
Peppermint Patty.
That's you know what? That ain't bad. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, and she filmed a little bit because she just did have the baby. So yeah.
So that makes her a MILF now.
I got you. Sofia Vergara, I think, is beautiful too. I don't know how she looks these days, but yes, I agree.
Actually, she still looks good. I mean, she's one of these that held together.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like Sophia Loren. Sophia Loren held herself together for a long time.
Yeah, is she still alive? Like she was hot. Like
yeah, she's still alive. Actually, she's still not bad looking for.
She's like I know she was like 80 something.
Yeah, I mean she still looks good.
And so this is who he picked.
Yeah, Jesus.
Hunter
God. Good fucking God.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I don't want to say that. There it is.
Oh, God.
But think about him.
I know it's him. I know exactly. It's exactly what he likes.
Skeleton thin.
Looks like a boy. Yeah, that's exactly right there.
That is exactly his type, and that's why he chose her.
Wait, that looks like a boy?
It looks like a.
Am I on the wrong site? What's going on?
Are you looking at the thing on this picture? Because that looks like a boy.
With the gigantic fun bags.
Yeah, with the
because we
That
know
looks like a boy. Okay.
that's to distract you. Those are used for distraction.
Okay.
Beautiful. You know what I feel like right now? Pete Davidson. This is what he must do every day of the week. He probably goes, what girl is the hottest?
girl?
Yeah,
who's
who's the hottest girl and who should I fuck?
So of course, after that, he then has to bring in JD to make.
Well, that's
comments.
why.
Yeah.
That is why this was a farcical phone call. It was to set up this bit so JD can come in.
Yes. Well, you know what? I'm not going to enjoin the need to talk about JD and who he gives a shit about.
Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning.
Fuck JD and fuck anything that he thinks about in life. Like there's the fact that anybody, what do you do? What do you do on your resume? What do you do? What do you say? I listen to anything.
I watch stuff. I watch stuff. And
and
I'm an on-air personality.
5 hottest girls in whatever.
I eat cheeseburgers and filet-o-fish.
It's disgusting.
In many ways, the whole JD shtick now is reminiscent of like back when Eric the Midget was alive. He would put him on, and Eric would kill an hour, and it was literally excruciating to listen to the little guy try to talk through that turkey body of his.
I loved Eric. But and the thing is, though, it was his delivery was so friggin' slow. It was 5 minutes worth of words.
Exactly,
bro. It took an hour to get out.
Yeah. You know what? I think we kind of look at him through rose-colored.
Oh no, I liked Eric.
I liked it, but dude, some of those calls.
He was so delusional. That was so great. He really believed all that shit.
And I remember like Johnny Fratto literally falling asleep on the other line, and like because it was so fucking boring.
Oh, can we show JD's enormous gut?
Oh, that. Yes. Yes.
So then I got into several clips. He's going back to the wedding now because I guess he feels talk about the wedding. But what he has to talk about at the wedding is, he's
making stuff up now.
Do the Larry David shtick without being Larry David, funny or curmudgeonly or observant or anything that makes Larry David who he is. Like he doesn't know how to do that. And so he starts this conversation about the wedding. So I'm going to go through some of that whilst Dennis is looking for JD.
I have it. It just takes me a second to get it presented. Oh, it's a thing of beauty.
Okay.
You got it? I got it.
Oh, remove.
Yeah. Oh, what are you doing to me here? Yeah,
I keep doing it while you're doing it.
Look at that, ladies. He is available.
Subhuman is right. That's exactly who he is.
You ever hang around the gymnasium?
Horrible. Just a disgusting, vile, subhuman species. Just disgusting. Okay. So let's go into Howard's conversation about that stupid wedding, which of course we're all over now. But
it was news over a week ago.
Yes, but here we go.
I couldn't see a thing. The wedding
Where
was
were
like,
you?
I'm miserable wherever I am. It was outdoors. I wish it had been indoors with seating that was like on a grade. But no, they had benches in the sand, which oh my God, I'm sitting there at the wedding. And I couldn't even see the wedding because the two guys in front of me, I guess the sand, the weight of the people on the bench sunk our bench. And I couldn't see the couple getting married. So, and I really wanted to watch because Jimmy was in the wedding. Jimmy was like one of the guys who walks down the aisle.
Kimball.
And Jimmy didn't get the memo that you're supposed to wear a black suit. So Jimmy was dressed all casual.
Oh,
it was great.
Are you kidding?
I wanted to just watch Jimmy be uncomfortable during the whole thing. And I couldn't even sit.
All right. So 2 things. First of all, Blobbin has now forgotten that she has seen the pictures.
Yes, I know.
And second of all, the fourth voice you hear, the other laughter, is the caller who is still on the phone. He's on for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
20 minutes the guy stayed on.
Yeah, just hanging out.
Caller.
Let me see if I can see pictures from the actual.
4:30 in the morning.
In fact, okay, here's just so you have a visual while we're doing this. Okay. Here's the benches in the sand that he's complaining about. And let me see if there's any other pictures when they're...
I don't think so. I think they just had one of the
Mm-mm.
setup. I don't think they have an actual thing in the ceremony.
Yeah, probably not, huh?
Which is weird. You figured it would have like a nice one of the ceremony, but they don't.
Maybe a little bit. Let me see.
You know, the story would be more believable if Howard wasn't like 6'9".
Oh wait, here we go. There's everybody's not that far away. I mean, because
it's right there.
I mean, honestly, what 150 people, and you put 10 in a row, so 10 rows back. 8 rows back. Yeah, the farthest he could have been is 8 rows, which isn't that far.
No,
and dude, he's taller than everybody.
Exactly.
What the hell does he complain about?
I have no idea.
Okay,
You know what it is? You know what
here.
it is? Because there's so many more people that are more popular than him. He was relegated to like the back, like the D-list celebrity section. That's what he's complaining about. It's not that he couldn't see. It's that where he was kept.
But you know that the first row, right, in the front, on the left and the right, is saved for the groom's family and the bride's family, and then you have like your groomsmen and your maid of honor and all that shit. So that's who's taking up the whole front row. After that, it's like whoever comes in basically just sits down. I bet you he was late getting there and didn't want to be anywhere close to the front. Whatever. So let's listen.
And I was going to stand up, but I didn't want to be the one guy standing up.
How did Jimmy miss that?
But he claims they never told him. And as it turns out, Justin did have the actual email where Jimmy was told to wear a black suit.
Jimmy totally fucked that one up. All right. So this is what he obsessed with. Here we go.
On this sand, and I guess, like I said, the bench sinks into the ground. So now there's 2 guys in front of me who, by the way, aren't that tall. But now that I'm older, I slump over when I sit on a bench because I get tired. So I can't see
sitting up even.
Yeah, even sitting, like I wanted to just lay down.
Slumps over.
You know what I mean? It's so exhausting getting older. But I'm sitting there and I can't see over these 2 dudes' heads.
How is
And
that
so I'm
possible?
How is that
staring at
possible?
this guy's back, who's two
You're literally 6'5", maybe 6'.
No, he's
rows
6'7",
from me.
6'8".
and I'm seeing an ant.
Wait, but listen to the story. Listen.
I know, but are the New York Knicks sitting in front of him? I mean, come on.
Yeah, listen to the story though.
Trying to watch the wedding. I go, sitting there and I can't see over these 2 dudes' heads. And so I'm staring at this guy's back, who's two rows in front of me.
2 rows in front of him.
And I'm seeing an ant on the lower part of his back, and it's crawling up toward his head. And I'm hitting Beth. I'm nudging her, and I'm going, honey, look at the ant. She goes, what? I'm trying to watch the wedding. I go, but there's an ant on that guy. Should I wipe the ant off his back? Should I get up?
Should I wipe the ant off of his back? 2 rows ahead of him.
He's 2 rows in front, but I could probably reach over and wipe the ant off. I'd want someone to do that for me. She goes, don't do it. Don't do it. Just sit here. Just the ant. Don't worry about the ant. Someone else will get it.
What, you didn't want to rescue it, you 2 fucking douches?
Don't they rescue ants?
Yeah.
I thought they rescued ants.
Ants are crawling up my.
Except Mexican ants.
You have the same situation.
Yeah, right. I mean, we're in the sand. We're in Mexico. The ants probably bite. Who knows what's going? I don't even want to look down. I'm sitting on a wooden bench. The ants don't know it's me at a wedding.
Yeah, right. The ants don't know it's Howard Stern at the wedding. He
Well,
should've worn a
honestly,
mask.
they do. That's why they avoid him.
That's exactly right.
They're like everybody else.
They're like, hey, wait, that's Howard Stern, man. Oh no, I don't want to touch him.
Let us continue this horrible story because it just keeps getting worse.
Yeah, it's like 15 minutes long.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't even know when to stop cutting.
Fucking freaking out. So I'm like thinking the whole time during this wedding, there are spiders going up my back.
That's what you're thinking about.
I go to Beth. Can you check my back? Can you check my back? She goes, honey. She goes, why don't you switch seats with me? It's not going to do any good. The spiders are there too, and ants. I watched this wedding. The wedding was long. It was like an hour service, and like
Really?
Yeah, and I
Really?
didn't see that ant ever crawl out of his hair or see him like even start swatting his head.
Wow.
And I feel, and you want to know something? I want to apologize to this guy. I should have swatted the ant when it was down by his asshole. You know what I mean? Like I should have.
And the caller starts laughing.
Are you fucking kidding me with this story right now?
You know, they had to write this story yesterday because he didn't tell this when he had all that free time yesterday to talk about the wedding. He was talking about all this other bullshit, but all of a sudden now, the second day back on the air, he remembers this other thing that happened. Really? So tomorrow we'll have another story.
70 writers, bro.
Ant obsessing on an ant. No, this is all him. This is all his stupidity. Because
I think they punched it up.
There's nothing to punch up. There's nothing to punch here. It's horrible.
I just wanted to say
Demographics say that ant talk is where it's at right now.
It's yeah, man. They did studies. Marcy did studies. Ants is where it is, man.
Yep.
All right, let's continue.
Charts.
Oh, now he's starting to talk about Trudy and that he was starving and there wasn't any food.
Then we sit down for the dinner, and the dinner. I thought the first course would be right on the plate when we got right to the dinner.
Oh, no.
But there were a bunch of speeches first, and I said, "I'm really hungry. There's not even bread on the table." And she goes, "What do you want me to do?" I go, "I don't know. I don't drink alcohol. I'm not drunk. I need to eat." And now it's
Were there no roaming hors d'oeuvres before
no,
that?
not that I.
Nothing?
Well,
no, nothing.
I was talking to Trudy the whole time. We were in deep conversation. So like they did bring by something, but I didn't have time to really. I was just like, no, I don't want to eat in front of Trudy and have shit.
I don't want to eat in front of Trudy. I didn't have time. I didn't have time to eat the past hors d'oeuvres, and I didn't want to eat in front of Trudy.
So all I kept on thinking when I heard that is poor fucking Trudy.
Poor Trudy.
Jesus
right?
Christ, cornered by this goblin.
Yes.
By this goblin. And I mean, she wanted him to eat something because it would have probably given her a reason to escape.
For him to shut the fuck up. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, could you imagine the questions he was asking her?
No.
About staying guitar.
She was a very attractive woman. I didn't need her seeing me eat. Like I look like
She's
the
very
Fly.
proper too.
Yeah. I look like Jeff Goldblum in The Fly.
English people eat past hors d'oeuvres.
Now, listen to what he's talking about now. And mind you, yesterday he was talking about he didn't want to get cooties from his grandchild.
Yes.
Meanwhile, he's like fucking he's intoxicated with all these famous people. He doesn't give a fuck.
He's knee deep into Trudy.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't eat, just so you know. We clearly are not people that eat. All right, more bugs. Here we go.
You're sitting outside, and then it starts getting dark at the dinner, and I'm thinking of the guy with the spider, and then the ant, and the other guy with the ant in his head, and then I'm like, oh my God, I know there are bugs crawling on me. I just know it. And what are the probabilities? I've seen one guy with an ant, one guy with a spider. How do I know right now there isn't like a tick crawling up my leg from the beach and nesting in my balls? You know what I mean? Like
it's killing that caller,
and it becomes obsessive.
That's
and I'm like,
my point. That is a silly thought, and it's only because you're stuck in your head.
Yeah.
Unlike Blobbin, who's stuck in her bed.
Like this, my friends. Like this. Like this. I mean, I'm just so fascinated by the fact that this went on for such a long time.
Yes.
Let's continue with Jimmy not in black.
Yeah, it was everyone was in fancy black suits. Yeah. I don't know if they're I don't know if
black tie or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I knew some of the other, like I knew Ben Stiller who was there, but he seemed to be be me.
Oh, really?
Like he said hello and everything, but I
can't imagine why.
Didn't Beth just yesterday say, "Oh my God, I love them"? I worked with Ben Stiller. I love them. Him and Christine. Oh, they're just amazing people.
I don't know. I consider him, a friend. I even told him how great he was on the Oscars. Yeah, I mean he did, but it wasn't. I wish people would pay more attention to me. Trudy talked to me a lot.
Were you standing when this thing happened?
Ben saw me. He should have come over and talked to me more.
But I'm just saying.
Ben saw me. He should have come over to me because he was a groomsman and he had a wedding to be in. But sure.
Can you imagine? You're essentially at a Mexican wedding and you want to talk to some 70-something-year-old old geezer. Yeah, that's
who looks like that.
It looks like
uncomfortable for him because you're so tall.
Yeah, maybe that's it. But I was sitting down when the ants were eating me alive.
Now the ants are eating him alive. So just so you know. I like that. Okay. So,
I mean, he looks like, you know what he looks like? He looks like Frankenstein with a wig on. He really does.
And you know how much we love this picture. So let's just get back to it. Because, I have clipped this picture 17 times.
Wow, that wig looks bad. I mean, that looks really fucking bad.
It almost looks like it's receding in some weird fashion.
It's not put on right. He has times where he puts the wig on wrong and his hairline's down here, then his hairline's up here. It moves like weekly.
Skeletor tits, really just.
Oh, that's just. It actually is gross.
It's so funny. She totally forgets that the thinner she gets, those tits are going to stay exactly
and look worse,
like they are, and look 10 times.
Now it looks like really unnatural. I mean, it looks disturbing right now.
Yeah,
they're that creepy couple, bro.
Yeah,
they're a creepy looking couple, man.
And they're creepy, and they're also creepy. I mean,
this man has no dick.
That wig, though.
Speaking of that, this guy then calls in and wants to tell Howard that he also, when he urinates, puts tissues in his underwear to keep the dribble from leaking onto his underwear. Now, call me crazy, guys.
You're crazy.
I'm sure 99.999% of you do not put tissues in your underwear because of Joe, but isn't that what the underwear are for?
You really you don't want it. That's a weird
You just
feeling.
give it a good shake and you're done, man.
Yeah, nice hard shake and you're good.
You're done. What the fuck?
Yeah, good
you
hard
don't
shake.
Dribble in your underwear, right?
No, only if your prostate's the size of a softball.
Oh, I get that. Okay, so if you have prostate issues, there will be some.
Yeah, because and I posted what the side effects are, and that's one of them. And then, of course, the inability to get an erection, which is also true with him. I guarantee that. He's got a limp rope.
I just don't understand why he would put tissues down there. Like, don't you think that he should get just kind of like a woman's mini pad or something?
No, they actually have something for men.
Oh, really?
They do actually have a liner for underwear. They actually do sell that, like from Depends.
Well, just in case you were wondering about it, Beth does actually wash his.
Beth washes my underpants. I don't want her to see that. I don't want her to know that I keep tissues in my underpants. So I take my underpants and I bang them against the wall. Like, you know how women used to do the laundry?
The old
banging the
thing where you
yeah.
beating the rug.
Yeah, my mom used to beat the rug. It's like I beat my underwear to a pulp until all the little fuzzies are off of it. And then
Can you imagine what goes on in that hellhole of a house?
It's all about him, Ed.
In those fucking toothpicks that must be all over the place.
Yes.
Imagine him banging his pee-soaked underwear tissue stuff on the wall to get it.
The part that's least believable is Beefus doing any type of laundry.
Exactly. She don't do shit.
Come on, please.
If
was
anything,
she taking on a rock outside? I mean, come on.
It's to the point that I bet that whenever she approaches the maid has to do that curly the fingers across the nose to keep her from poking them.
Yeah. I was thinking about this the other day too. I have never heard Howard say, except for once when they were just dating each other, I have never, ever heard him say, Beth made an amazing meal last night, or Beth prepared a great
bro.
meal.
Come on.
Never has that happened, right?
Come on. It made frozen pizza heated. Come on.
He did.
Bro, but I guarantee you when they first started dating, he took her out everywhere, and then he had someone come in and cook meals for her. I'm a big shot. I guarantee you she didn't have to do dick, and I guarantee she hasn't done dick.
I agree. I don't think they even know how to use a washing machine. I agree.
No, they have no idea.
Or a dishwasher.
Oh no, absolutely not. It's too complicated for the two of them.
Just Mo, he used to say she made him turkey meatballs. Please, she probably bought them already pre-made and threw them in the pan.
And told Consuela.
Yeah, that's Consuela's job, exactly.
Yeah, I get a mommy dearest vibe from her, bro. You know, like from that whole where she pulls on the puppy, that famous fucking Jeff. That's who she really is.
The wire hangers.
We've seen that a couple of times where it's exactly. No wire hangers ever. That is, you know, like in Mommy Dearest when she comes in and she moves the vase and she sees that dirt ring around the in the floor. That's her, bro.
Yes, everybody's talking about the engagement chicken, which I find to be very funny because I actually read an article about engagement chicken, which is very weird. Hold on. I think it was originally done. So I went to a cooking class a while ago.
Oh my, you elitist.
Engagement chicken got its name from a Glamour magazine recipe that, according to the magazine, led to the engagement of several women who made it for their boyfriends, hence the name. So, yeah, it's just basically...
There's no way she made anything, bro. No way.
Well, he was very proud of himself that he said, my Beth made me engagement chicken. You know that.
Because Beth was standing on over the top of Consuela to make sure it was right. Reading the article.
This is before they got married. She was trying to suck him in. Look at me. I can cook, everybody.
I guarantee you everything she's ever made had Swanson on the side of it.
It went down to the deli and got the chicken.
Exactly, bro. There's no fucking way.
No, if you were wondering, if you didn't know, yes, my Consuela cooks some engagement chicken. I don't have a Consuela. I wish I did, though. I would love to own somebody. I would.
She has no Consuela.
You would like wait. You like to own a human being?
Yes, I admit it. Tell us. I think that would be awesome. You know, somebody was like for sale. Put them in the basement, let them like cook and clean. That would be amazing. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about his dad. Just in case you didn't know, you know.
By the way, I'm completely self-taught.
About
my father never trained me in the ways of an older man. He never did. Never.
Do you think he had a leaky situation?
Yeah, I think so. I remember him shaking that Schwanstucker of his a lot. I don't know. My dad had a big penis, like a nice size one. Not me. Never was.
That he remembers.
Like my mom.
Yeah. Ooga.
Ooga.
I'm more vaginal than I am penile. But I do the best I can with what I've got, ladies. That's what I do. I'm kind of like a lady boy. I think I'm attracted to them.
Larry Mondello, I'm so excited that your mom is making a funfetti cake for you for your birthday. That is my absolute favorite go-to cake. If I was stranded on a desert island and it could only do dessert, it might be a cannoli, but funfetti cake.
Yeah,
yeah. And I just need the cannoli cream. I don't even need the shell. I just need like a big fucking vat of ricotta cheese mixed with.
Well, see, that's why a cassata is like the best because it is loaded with that in the middle. You get a little bit of chocolate with it.
Didn't I have that with you?
Yes.
Didn't we have that at, what's the name of that restaurant?
Was that Pasta e Vino?
No, I thought it was at the Sicilian restaurant.
Oh, were you at Casa? Did you go to Casa with me? Yes, Casa Santa Stefano. That's right.
Yes.
It's quite tasty.
Yes, he just admitted he's attracted to ladyboys. Yes, you guys. Yes.
Yes, of course he did.
So then they go into commercial early because, you know, Bill Murray is coming in. And I'm kind of fascinated by the Gary Hyundai thing right now. I know you guys talk about it all the time in the listening thread on radiogunk.com/forums. But this was particularly good. And Xavier, you have to listen to this. So
I will.
Yeah. So Gary basically has been doing the Hyundai commercials. So lest anybody think that just for shits and giggles, Gary, who normally drives like a Mercedes, is
or a BMW,
Hyundai for any reason other than for commercials, lest anyone think he is not being paid to drive this. Let's listen to these two clips. Here we go. And listen to how stupid he is. I mean, the commercial is just so stupid. Watch this.
The first thing is it's a good looking car. Like I said, I got my little spoiler on the back, which I'm very excited about.
Oh, right. Okay. Show of hands. Show of hands. How many people know what a spoiler is? Okay. And I'm sure everybody in the chat
Yes.
is with us on this. Okay. So let's go back. Just bookmark that. Sorry. Hang on. I got to do it again.
The first thing is it's a good looking car. Like I said, I got my little spoiler on the back, which I'm very excited about.
What do you mean?
It's a
What do you mean?
design feature. It's a spoiler that's on the back of the car. It makes it look sporty.
What is a spoiler? I don't know anything about cars.
Wow.
you can act like a man.
Dude, this guy,
Jesus.
bro.
Yeah, Hollywood Finoke.
The long fin that goes on the trunk, and it just makes it look like a fast car.
Right.
It's
Michael, you may not have them on your cars, but you know what it is. That's all I'm saying. You know what
Jesus
a spoiler is.
Christ.
roomy. It's comfortable. It's got every buzzer and bell I want
It's got every buzzer and bell. Ready for the buzzers and bells? Here we go.
Yes.
in it. You know, the heating, the air conditioning. You can start it from
Heating and air conditioning. Wow.
remotely.
Oh, that's a fancy car.
And it's pretty roomy. We took some friends out the other night, and I've had other cars that are, some sedans get a little tight. This has a lot.
By the way, did you get pulled over by the police in your Hyundai this morning?
Okay. So I was like, oh, all right. And I had stopped the clip and I'm like, what's that story? So listen. Yes, it's got remote start, air conditioning, and heating. Yes, a cup holder too, I think. I do
Wow,
think
my 2016 F-150 has those features also.
Bro, I mean, a spoiler on a Hyundai, though, come on. Isn't that thing front-wheel drive?
I know.
Yes.
It's in a spoiler to defeat the whole spoiler thing, it pushes down on the engine.
On the back end. It pushes down on the ass. Yes.
Front-wheel drive kind of defeats that.
Well, wait, there's more. Wait, listen to this conversation.
And you got out of the ticket.
I did get out of the ticket.
Tell them what you said.
The guy said, the cop goes, "Hey, is this your car?" And I said, "Well, because I have a thing in the car."
What thing in the car? What, the temporary plate? What thing in the car?
What thing in the car? Is a thing in the car?
Yeah, all right, check
Is
it out.
it a bag of weed?
Yeah, no. Yeah. The thing in the car.
It's a long story, but I said, "Well, kind of, sir. I work on the Howard Stern show, and I have Hyundai as a sponsor, and I have this Hyundai, so I'm driving it so I can talk about it on the radio."
I'm driving it so I can talk about it on the radio. That's the only reason you have it. Just amazing.
Wow.
Honestly, in Gary's defense, that's gonna be a huge letdown because you're right. He probably rocks a Lexus or a Mercedes.
No, he always talked about having BMWs, and I think he
guy?
had a Tesla.
Yeah. Going from those vehicles to a Hyundai, bro.
To a Hyundai, that's a pretty big jump down.
Yeah. I've driven, like I said, I've driven a couple of Hyundais rentals. Man, once you start getting to like that 65 miles per hour, like shit starts shaking that you didn't think shook on a car.
New Hyundais are actually
They're not bad.
Bro, okay. This is going back for me like 7 years.
I'm saying
they've come a long way.
They've come a long way in 7 years. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Like I said, my friend Javier's 89 Hyundai Excel, the hood went flying off that fucker on the freeway.
You're right, Sue. Why couldn't Jason drive the free Hyundai? Why does it have to be Gary?
Because Gary is a Buckwell client and he's set up as a spokesman.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
Gary. Howard probably gave it to Gary because they wanted somebody who could.
And the other part is that this is a Sirius wide commercial. So Howard doesn't get a real cut of this money. So the only thing they're willing to give, I guess, would be a car. And Howard has no need for this bullshit. So he probably gets a little bit of money and the car.
So it's probably a dealership car, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, dealer's plates.
That's probably like fully loaded with like every option that they can get on whatever. I don't know which Hyundai he has, to be honest with you.
I think he may have an Ioniq, which is like the hybrid one. It's ugly as freaking sin. I mean, it is an ugly car.
Let me see it.
Oof. I would want to be caught in one of these, honestly. I drive cool cars. This is not cool.
Yeah, same. That's not cool.
That's not cool.
But it
Nothing
does
cool
get a
about that
9.3
car.
out of 10, so I guess that's okay.
It's just,
I guess.
Well, that's the electric car, the Ioniq 5.
I
Whatever.
think it's half and half. I think it has a. It's like a
Okay.
I think they have a hybrid one.
I'm not too hip on Hyundais.
Oh, maybe it's the Ioniq 6. That makes more sense.
Yeah, it's a sedan. Yeah, there's the spoiler in the back.
Yes, there's the spoiler.
Once
That's
again,
I like
drive,
the con. I like the con. Peculiar looks. Yeah, that's pretty ugly. It's peculiar. Oh,
taking so long too. Yeah, see, there's the spoiler.
Oh, that is
Yeah,
not.
that's gonna make.
Looks like a
that's gonna make all the difference.
You know what that looks like? It looks like you're looking when you look through like an optic, and it kind of bends the light funny. Yeah, that looks like a normal car, except it's fucked up.
You guys remember Ronnie King when they said he was going 100
he made
miles an hour
Hyundai famous.
in a Hyundai? And they're like, bro, this shit doesn't do barely does 45 miles an hour.
It was the 85-mile-per-hour chase.
Yes, it was.
All right, let's move on. Okay, Bill Murray comes in. They have a 15-minute commercial break, 11 minutes or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
And Bill comes in, and Bill is eating on air.
Bill is so bored that he actually turns on the Zoom and is eating.
Yeah. What are you eating?
It's a kind bar.
Kind bar?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a protein bar?
No, it's better than that. This guy's a nice fellow, has this company. You have him here. And it's not suffering. It has dark chocolate.
No, it's supposed to be healthy, I think.
I think it gives you a certain amount of calories for your buck, a bang for your buck.
So of course, Howard can't understand why he's talking about kind bars, because obviously you must get something in return for speaking of a product on air.
No.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Oh, but by the way, Mr. Dangles, those Lamborghinis are all-wheel drive. That's why it has a spoiler in the front.
But the original Countach had to have it in the front because they make it legal in the United States. It was 1 year only in the early 80s.
Really?
Yep.
There you go.
1 year only.
Yeah. It's almost like we have a car expert in this.
I may have learned a thing.
He's got a garage here. All right. Hang on.
Well, this is on the healthy side. It really is on the healthy side. I think dark chocolate is supposed to be really do good things for you. And got nuts and sea salt. It's pretty good.
Wow.
This feels pretty healthy. It's
and
not
by the
candy.
way, you don't do a lot of commercial endorsements. I can't really remember you doing too many. And for you to endorse the kind bar
Wait, what?
We forgot the Jeep commercial, didn't we?
Absolutely.
That he absolutely bagged on him for
He
like
was
days.
Sell out and all
Days.
this other crap.
He's a sellout.
And also he can't remember. Dude, he is the most dishonest mother effer, and that's saying a lot. Because all these blowhards on the radio, they're all just a bunch of bullshitters. This guy is like the next level.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't endorse anything.
Right. And I hope they treat you well for this with some sort of gift. That's exactly what he said. So ladies and gentlemen, how many times we talk on this show about Howard ever mentioning any product. He is either getting paid for it or he is expecting a freebie from them.
A freebie, yeah.
Full stop. That's it.
Peloton.
Peloton.
Didn't he do that way back when they got ColecoVision or some crap like that? Some game system he took to his home that didn't work for shit.
Wait, what was it?
ColecoVision.
Is that a real name? Is that?
Yes, it was a real game.
ColecoVision was a game console back then.
Yep.
But I don't know if that was exactly the one he got, but it was similar too.
How do you spell that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You're the one that speaks English, not me.
I didn't put it to mind to remember how to spell it. Oh, Roomba. Yes, he calling the president of Roomba. Remember that one? Trying to get free Roombas. There it is.
ColecoVision. ColecoVision.
It was the it was the fighting the Atari.
I feel like I had a game set that looked similar to this ugliness.
Yeah, the one that Howard had, and once again, I'm not sure that's the exact one. It was supposed to be like online.
I think I had
back in this day. You use a modem to play the games, whatever. But yeah.
God.
Mike White says he thinks it was Nintendo. Okay, fair enough. It was a game system, and yeah, I mean he's been payola since day one, bro.
Oh yeah, absolutely, always payola.
And even one time, in a moment of honesty, the show already said, "Oh, we're not supposed to name stuff unless whatever we're being paid for it." And the other time, when he brought Sal in to ask him what adult website he goes to, and Sal was hesitant, and they go, "No, it's okay. You can say it this time." So there you go. They've already been told to not talk about brands unless they're getting paid.
Yeah, of course, that's the way it goes. So they continue the conversation, and everybody, again, show of hands. What question does he ask every single person that comes in? What family member does Howard ask about?
Mo, can I take father hunger for 600, please?
You can, Dennis. Yes, and of course you would then be correct.
So you talk about getting laughs from Japanese people. I one thing I remember always thinking about you is how your whole life being funny was sort of generated by just getting your father to laugh. You wanted your father. One time, you said, my father really didn't laugh at kids. But one time, there was a point in your life that your father laughed at you, and you were so startled or whatever was going on, you fell off your chair, and you hit your head, and it hurt, but you didn't care.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
what were
true.
you doing? What did you do? You never got the explanation.
What year was this? I mean, how old is Bill Murray now? Is he like 80?
That's a good question. Let's see how old Bill Murray is.
I mean, because Jesus,
he's up there, bro.
He's older than Howard. That's a definite.
But not by much. I was going to say
not by
78.
much, but maybe like 76.
Don't look it up. Don't look it up. How old?
78.
76.
74.
Okay.
Oh, really?
He don't look good for 74.
Yeah. You know why? Because he doesn't do any of that Botox. He's al natural.
So yeah, but the thing is, just think about this. This is like 60, at least 60 years ago. At least 60 years ago.
Exactly.
Who the fuck would remember what you'd say 60 fucking years ago?
Well, here's a little clip of Bill from the show this morning because it is up on the Stern Show, shockingly.
And where's Lady Gaga?
As long as I knew her, it was really
a little bit
sort of a training camp.
Though.
Gilda Radner, whenever you talk about her lovingly, you say, man, she was a great laugher. She got you going.
That's right. She would wet her pants. That's what Gilda would do. You could get her going and she'd have to run out of the room. But there was sort of no limit to how much she could laugh until her bodily functions broke down. But she was a really good laugher. And she was, to know her for as long as I knew her was really sort of a training camp. It was like a real discipline. Like, I've got a possibility here to make someone laugh a lot. And she'd see it and go like, uh-oh, here it comes. And there you do it. It's fun. And we all did. Everybody liked making her laugh. She's a good laugher.
Was that why you teared up at the Saturday Night Live reunion, the 50th? Were you thinking of the people you lost, like Belushi, like Ricky Gilda, and thinking, wow, I wish they were here with me. I wish they could be here.
Just now I could have cried. Just now. Just when they came up on the screen and they showed, footage of the dance number that she did once upon a time with Steve Martin. And it was a beautiful thing. And I was there watching it and they rehearsed for hours.
Wow.
And
I don't even remember hearing this, just so you know.
You know what? I remember him saying almost crying, but I guess I started falling asleep after this. I was listening to it live. I literally couldn't.
I was zoned out.
I zoned out. I mean, yeah.
it's so funny. It's like this is kind of the tenor of the conversation that he had with Howard. And, I was just looking at news and things that he had talked about. And Bill Murray finally addresses Kellis dating rumors, really raised my street cred. Ghostbusters star 74 and the Milkshake singer 45 had been getting close for a while. So this was something that was in the rumor mill, and he talked about it on Sway in the Morning. So he was at Sirius, and this was on March 6th. So he was there. I mean, he has a place in the city. I'm sure he's like in and out all the time. It's just very curious to me that it would take this long for a Bill Murray to come back on.
I think that Bill Murray begrudgingly came back to this show.
I wonder.
It sounded that way because there was no effort. No effort.
He famously doesn't have a manager. He does his own stuff. I mean, I wonder I wonder what the tie-in with Sirius was.
I mean, here's the stuff in the news so that you can see most everything was 2 days ago. Bill Murray attends a March Madness game for his son Luke. Daily Show welcomes Paul Rudd, Bill Murray this week. So he's in the Daily Show. Riff Raff, another movie is promoting, but who the fuck knows what that was about?
It's a bomb. I mean, it's like becoming Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so let's continue. So yeah, this was interesting. He came up with the talking about the unauthorized biography that was done on Howard.
It was on John Belushi.
On John Belushi, but then Howard was talking about the fact.
Oh, I was so sleepy.
I know.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. That's what I'm here for with the clips, sir, so that you can remember all the wonderful stuff that you missed out on while snoozling. Here we go.
Most books are like that when they write about someone, because I know I was a victim of this. Someone early on in my career wrote a book about me, and they interviewed people. I don't even know that I knew them, maybe briefly in high school or something, and they were making up stories about me that didn't ring true to me, because none of my friends would talk, because they were like, hey, you don't want me to talk to this guy, do you? I go, no. And so you get these warped kind of views.
Okay, so I'll give you one more on Woodward.
So I was thinking about that today. And
yes,
I have my.
I was just actually looking for mine.
Yes, of course, I have my Howard Stern unauthorized biography. Howard Stern, you may love him, you may hate him, but you can't ignore him. And this was done by Paul D. Colford. We've all read this book. This is kind of weirdly, like in the lore of us doing this show, has become kind of Bible-ish. Wow.
Well,
I have leftover mail in here.
I have no idea where I put mine.
Wow. I have mail in here from my from getting my driver's license renewed 2021. That's the last time I looked at this book. So yeah, 4 years, maybe more. But so I did, in fact, today, because I had a bug up my ass, I did in fact reach out to Paul Colford.
Yes.
To see if he would be interested in coming on the show. I haven't heard back from him yet, but I was able to track him down. So we'll see. That would be kind of interesting, I think. Okay, here's some more stupid questions. Here we go.
But I mean, have you ever had a relationship with a dog that bordered on true love? Have you experienced this? Is that what turned you on about the script?
Howard abandoned that retriever he had, remember?
Yes,
Java,
he did.
Whatever.
Java, the black.
Java. That question is insane. I mean, literally, that's crazy. That is a crazy question. I mean, it's almost like it's like the plot point to Princess Bride. I mean, what is going on here? I mean, come on.
Next thing he's going to do is ask him if you ever put peanut butter on his.
Oh no, that's JD
for webcam. Yeah.
So let's continue. Bill, at some point, then has to pee.
I have that we would do it. We would do meals for 1,000 people at a time, and
that's
that'd be right. Yeah,
let me take a break for a second.
You got to pish?
Yeah.
Am I holding you too
long?
No.
Howard says you have to pish, and Bill says, "Yeah, whatever that word is." Like, let me go back.
We would do meals for 1,000 people at a time, and
right, that's
little, yeah, it'd be let
me take a break for a second.
You got to pish?
Yeah.
Am I holding you
Whatever
too
that word
long?
is. No.
It's Yiddish.
Pish.
All right, go ahead.
Is pish
Go ahead.
Yiddish?
Yeah. Do you have an enlarged prostate?
I never heard pish.
Pish. Yeah. All right, go ahead. I'll vamp. Bill Murray, everybody.
And then he turns Robin's microphone on.
Bill Murray.
He needed a break from me, I think. I love that guy so much. We need to put a urinal right next to the couch.
Next to the couch, yes.
Yeah. It's funny. Like I have the same problem. Like wherever I go, I have to pee every minute. And
I know you start thinking about it. Do I need to pee before I go in there, or do I need to? Can I hold it? Can I make it?
Yeah, I wanted to do this thing where Gary would come in and Bill would he would hold a bottle for Bill and just pee right into the bottle, so Bill wouldn't have to get up from the couch.
But that might inhibit Bill. I don't know.
I still have a bunch of stuff I have to ask him. I hope he'll hang for a while because I want to ask him about.
He doesn't seem to be anxious to go anywhere. So
yeah, good.
He doesn't anxious to do anything.
I always get nervous about especially with Bill Murray. Like, is he having fun? Does he want to hang or whatever? I know he's got a busy schedule.
He seems very comfortable.
No.
Some more family questions, which
they're breaking someone else's something, or they're going to be fine. And
was it hard for you? Was it hard for you growing up in a household of 9 kids in the sense that there's only so much attention to go around, only so much love, and did you feel, wow, I'm lost in a sea of people here. No one really sees me or knows me.
Come on,
dude, this is killing me, man.
What? That is a retarded question. That I mean, seriously, 69 IQ may be too high.
See, but don't forget, he was on with him, and I'm telling you, this interview dragged like a dog with no legs. He was on for 2 hours.
It was 1 hour. I know this. It was 1 hour and 40 minutes, which is incredibly too long to have when you have nothing to talk about.
And then he's going into music.
But only so much. Wait. Only so much love to go around. You gotta be fucking kidding me. They're 8 kids. I mean, it's like they're kids. I mean, it's literally like there's like, they can only love like 4 of them. The other 4 they just can't. Fuck it. You can't. We don't have anything for you.
Yeah, and of course, Bill retorts by saying, "No, we had a great family
Plus,
and
he had brothers and stuff. I mean,
love of my family. I had love of my brothers and sisters. It was all good." So
I mean, Jesus Christ, this is disturbing.
Okay. So of course, thanks to John Hein, and I love when John tries to dig deep into getting some sort of information that maybe nobody else has, and I swear to God, 9 out of 10 times it's always wrong. So here we go.
Yes.
There's so many things, and I don't want to hold you too long, but with Three Amigos, I love to hear stories about this. That you were offered Three Amigos.
Wait, what?
Spielberg was going to direct it.
Okay.
It was going to be you, Steve Martin, and Robin Williams. Is there any truth to that?
First time I've ever heard that one.
Really?
Yep.
All of it. I thought that was going to be the best story ever.
Wow.
You know what would have been a really good question? He said, "Hey, speaking of Robin Williams, did he ever tell you what he did to hide the evidence the night he killed John Belushi? Him and Robert De Niro at that Chateau Marmont, whatever it's called."
So,
wasn't James Woods there? Well, who was it?
It was Harry Dean Stanton, Robert De Niro, Robin Williams, and Dan Aykroyd, I believe.
Aykroyd.
Aykroyd.
He's got autism. He don't care.
Aykroyd.
Yeah.
But the thing is, that is the entire part of that question is insulting to intelligence, because Steven Spielberg was going to direct the Three Amigos. Just sit back and think for a second.
Yes.
The guy that did Schindler's List is going to run out and do a wacky comedy down in Mexico.
First time you ever heard that. So something new. Never. No, I don't know. So then
This is right after Spielberg passed on Naked Gun.
Yes, exactly. How'd you know?
So they, I know everybody says that Three Amigos is a great film. That's
I
another
love Three Amigos.
It's okay. It's okay.
The intrepid
It's silly.
assistant likes it.
Intrepid.
It was fun.
Yeah, see, it's a good
It's a fun movie.
kid family movie.
It's a fun movie.
Autobot, you never heard of what happened the night Belushi died, bro?
Oh, that's a classic, famous story.
Yeah. He was partying with a bunch of people, and he had just come from some film location that sucked, and next thing you know, go, hey, is that a speedball? That's it. Adios.
So yeah, it's we'll come back to that. We can talk about that, but let's come back to it. Okay.
Yeah, yes, Autobot. It was a girl that did it, and she was the one that. But she was the only one that poured afford a good lawyer too.
Exactly.
That's exactly right. So they start talking about the movie that Bill Murray is in, and it's about a guy who is friends with a woman named Naomi Watts, and I guess he dies or something, and he leaves his dog to her. And I guess it's supposed to be like a New York City story about, people in neighborhoods with their dogs. I'm very familiar with this kind of trope where, everybody knows the dog's name and nobody knows the people's name. And, your neighborhood is basically your 5-block radius from your apartment, in any direction. And that's kind of like your hood. And, it's a very different group of people that are dog people in New York City. And everybody knows that. Your dog is more important than fucking humans. I mean, everybody knows this. So here's Howard trying to relate to that story by telling us about him with Bianca.
Yes.
And I have thoughts about this, and I will tell them to you as soon as we hear the clip. Here we go.
You've got to go out in the world with the dog, and you live, and you're living because you have a real intention. I've got to exercise my dog. I've got to walk my dog. My dog's got to evacuate,
You are so right, man. When I had my dog in Manhattan, 4:00 in the morning, I'm walking around with this dog. 4:00 in the morning, I started to get to know every doorman. I knew people in the park. I knew everyone in my neighborhood, and everyone knew my dog Bianca. They would just like, "Hey, Bianca, how you doing?" They wouldn't say hello to me. And you're absolutely right. And that's what the movie captures. It captures how you fall in love with a dog, and how you can fall in love with your life.
Unless the dog is at the bottom of the pool.
Let's talk about 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. First off, it's pitch black outside.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely. And I've only done this. I've done it, because sometimes you have to leave for like a flight early, or you have to be in work early, whatever the case may be.
It is very dark in New York. Even New York City at that time, it's dark.
Very.
It's really dark.
Crazy ass time, because not only are you just waking up, but there is a shit ton of people just going home from wherever the fuck they were all night.
Yep.
It is pitch black outside. All lights are off because all stores are closed.
Yes.
There's nothing open. There are no people in Central Park, Howard, and everybody knows.
There are people, but they're very, very
they're
bad
laying
people.
in the grass, and they're
they're not good people.
There are rats. There are homeless. There are drunkards. Nobody is walking their dog at 4 a.m. No doorman is standing outside their door at 4 a.m. All the doors are locked. You can't just.
They're standing behind locked doors.
Yeah, they're locked. They have a buzzer. They'll buzz you in, but no doorway is open. Nobody is in the park. You didn't know dick. Nobody knew you. Nobody knew you.
Second of all, there's no way that fucking bulldog was waking up at 4 a.m. Bulldogs are notorious this logs. I mean, that thing would sleep until you woke it up.
And there's absolutely no reason for Bianca to ever walk more. And if he did ever walk her at 4 a.m, it's around the block. It's around the corner so that she can pee and poop quickly and go back inside.
They had a spot in the house, and then Consuela had to clean it up.
Oh, no. Nobody lets their dog piss and shit in their house if you can help it.
Remember who we're talking about? Let's think about who we're talking about.
Yeah.
Mr. SEAL Team Sex. Think about that for a second.
True.
Security team, baby.
Yeah. Well, it's all bullshit. Whatever he's talking about. He's just trying to associate with him, and it didn't work out for me.
Well, if you know the truth, it's actually insane. The lies kept on flying today, man. I mean, it was just like rapid fire.
So yeah, so Bill, I mean, that tenor of voice, that tone of voice, that's exactly how the whole thing was. Hence the reason Dennis was able to snoozle off for a little while, because it was just, this was the tone of the entire conversation. This is almost 2 hours. Sorry, hour 45. Sorry, hour 44. Whatever it was. But it was, whatever it was too long.
It felt like days. I mean, literally, this is like something that's banned by the Geneva Convention.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't, prisoners would not be allowed to listen to this because it'd be thought of as cruel and unusual punishment.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, here we go. So he leaves. They're talking about it at the end.
Take care,
Great
guys.
Bill Murray, everybody. You gotta love him. That's a hero of mine.
Ugh,
That's
what a
that's the real
fun
deal.
morning.
Real deal, Bill Murray. Look at him. Let me just tell
Did
you
you ever
something.
dream you'd be hanging out with
No.
Bill Murray?
Well,
You
yeah.
weren't.
Okay. What?
You weren't.
What?
You're 1,000 miles away in
At
Florida.
least.
Robin is
Somewhere,
150 miles away in wherever the fuck she's living these days.
wherever she
Or
is. Yeah.
what center she's in. So you weren't hanging out with Bill Murray, okay? Bill Murray has hung out with many, many people over the course of his tour that he's on. Many, many people. I think you're the only one.
Only Zoom.
That was a Zoom call.
The only Zoom call.
So hope you're proud of yourself, stupid. Oh my God. And then the most
Stupid.
insufferable thing of the day. Yeah, go
Oh,
ahead.
wait, hold on. Stop for a second. The funny thing is, all during the interview, one time during the interview, Bill Murray asked a question directly to Robin, and there is dead silence. He literally says, "Rob,"
And I didn't get it.
oh, I maybe because in the replay they cut it out because he actually asked a question about Robin. I think about having pets or something like that, and a complete utter silence. Like literally, he actually seemed a little confused because he could probably see her on the Zoom, but she's not allowed to talk at all during the interview, which is absolutely amazing. I mean, every time she says "we," hey honey, there ain't no we.
There's no
It's
I.
him.
Yeah.
It's him, and that's it. It's him. You don't count, honey. You are a laugh track. You
That's right.
are a human shield.
Howard
That's
is
all
always
you are.
me. Robin is always we. That's
Yep.
just the way it works with them.
But I mean, she is nothing but a laugh track and nothing but a shield.
So here
all.
he's promoting this movie called Riff Raff. Former criminals, ordinary.
Look how long it is.
Sit down when his old family shows up for a long-awaited reunion. Gets a 5.9.
Wow, what a piece of crap.
Mhm.
Jesus.
Ed Harris, Jennifer Coolidge. Sure.
Just because you have talent in the movie doesn't make it good.
Mm-mm.
And Pete
Davidson,
Davidson.
that weirdo. Yeah. This gets a nothing. And what's the other one? Sorry.
The Friends. Friends, the movie. Friend.
Bill Murray just put
Yeah,
Bill
it
Murray
is.
dog movie.
Yeah, The Friend.
6.2.
Yeah, this is going to make tens of dollars.
Follows the story of love, friendship, and grief and healing about a writer who adopts a Great Dane that belonged to a late friend and mentor. Oh, he's so cute.
Wow.
He's so cute. Yes, sure. Sure, they will allow you a giant Great Dane on a boat. Okay.
No, they wouldn't.
Whatever. All right, let's move on. Maryanne from Brooklyn. So you may not know this, but Maryanne from Brooklyn is in a movie. And
Get out of here.
Scream 6.
What's that dope doing in anything?
Oh my God. Okay, so she tells the story.
There's a lot of tie-in with this, so you're not going to play a lot of her. Please, dear Christ, I had to hear it the first time. Please.
So
Can we just do a dead read on it or something?
So it's called Marty Supreme. Marty Mauser, a young man with a dream no one respects, goes to hell and back in pursuit of greatness. So apparently, this Josh Safdie reached out to Maryanne. I'm going to give you the story. Yeah, because she's a fucking idiot. And
Hey, so this is weird, Gary. I see Maryanne Brooklyn's on the phone, and it says Timothy Chalamet. I was in a movie with him, and I was like, "What the fuck is this all about?"
Who is Maryanne?
Oh yeah, you don't know.
No?
Mhm.
so the top billing in this is Timothy Chalamet, Gwyneth Paltrow, Sandra Bernhard.
All right, so the whole thing the whole point of this is they're angling, trying to get Chalamet on the show. That's all this is about.
What happened?
Thanks to you.
Sorry.
Hey, so this is weird. Chalamet. I was in a movie with him, and I was like, "What the fuck is this all about?"
Who is Maryanne saying that about herself?
Yes. So
Okay.
I said to Gary, "What's going on with Maryanne?" And Gary goes, "It's true. Maryanne is in a movie with Gwyneth Paltrow and Timothy Chalamet, and had a scene with Timothy Chalamet, and had her own trailer on set." And I go, "How does something like that happen?
What?
Like, did the director listen to our show?"
You set it up there.
Maryanne from Brooklyn, and yet Gary came to me and said, "Yeah, that's exactly what happened." Gary, fill me in. What is this before I put Maryanne on, because she'll start screaming and yelling.
So remember the movie Good Time with oh God, Rob, I can't remember his name, and Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler. That's the Safdie brothers who directed.
Yeah.
So Josh is making a movie. It's with Timothy Chalamet. It's going to be Timothy's first movie after the Dylan movie.
Right.
And it's Timothy Chalamet, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Maryanne's in it. She has a scene with Timothy Chalamet. She literally has the first line in the movie.
What?
So is this the same movie where Gwyneth Paltrow said that she doesn't need an intimacy coordinator in her love scenes with Timothy Chalamet?
Unless they're making another movie, I'm going to say this is the movie.
So Timothy Chalamet, who you're all very well aware of, looks like a 14-year-old lesbian.
That's Howard's wheelhouse.
He has the body of a
You know who he looks like?
child.
He looks like Chris fucking Wilding with dark hair.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Wow.
I told you he's Howard's type. Ooga.
Look at that. Look at that body. Look at that tone. Look at that definition.
I've seen things like that inside my drink, the swizzle stick.
Well, you know what? He was doing nasty things to Kylie Jenner, so there's a.
There is that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so anyway, let's continue. So this is the movie, and here's Maryanne from Brooklyn talking about it.
What happened?
Thanks to you, Howard. Josh,
Yeah.
Josh is the casting director. Had texted me on Instagram, and I
Thanks
blew it
to you.
months, and then they called me because I thought it was some bootleg stuff, and they made me go in and try out for a part or two. And I said, "It's not me. I'm not an actress. If you think Ronnie's a bad actor, you should see me." So long story short,
First off, I hate people who say long story short, and I just want everybody, whoever has a conversation with me, to know that I cannot stand long story short, because it's never a short story. Those long stories are never. Go ahead, get out the pen. I hate long story short. It never is.
Long story short.
Never short. It's never short.
you have a scene at the very beginning of makeup, full blown, everything. A 12-hour day with Timothy Chalamet.
Listen to how she pronounces his name, just so you know. Now she's in a movie with him. Okay.
You're sitting down. You should see me. So long story short, I have a scene at the very beginning of makeup, full blown, everything. A 12-hour day with Timothy Chalamet, who couldn't have been the nicest, Howard. And wait, you ready for this, Robin? You're sitting down. I'm getting shoes. I got 9.5 feet. He's got to put shoes on my feet, Howard. I'm mortified.
First of all, how do you say his name? How do you say the actor's name?
Timothy Chalamet.
Oh.
So she continues to tell the story. And they had her read for 2 parts. And the one they originally wanted her for, obviously she didn't get, and it went to Sandra Bernhard. And she's so excited that Sandra Bernhard got, quote, her role.
I went in for the first part. I was in a phone booth and I had to do screaming and yelling, and they nixed me on that. But no, they nixed that. They gave it to Sandra Bernhard got it. I tried out for a part that time. I tried out for, but they gave it to her. 'Cause I guess I was
Carrie,
so
what is
bad.
she talking?
It's insufferable.
I mean, she is a completely unhinged human being.
Unhinged lunatic.
She's
Really.
unhinged. I mean, they
Yeah,
had to have
but-
like security around Chalamet all the time. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, don't think this is lost on Beth. Wasn't this supposed to happen to her? Where she's gonna
No,
get-
it doesn't want to be famous.
No, well, no, come on. Okay, besides that, isn't this essentially what's supposed to happen to her?
Yes.
Where she would just get roles by proxy of the fact that she's Stern's a wife or whatever.
Whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
I kind of like it. I kind of like the fact that there's fucking losers on a movie set while fucking someone's fucking changing kitty litter that was supposed to be famous.
Right, and doing the kitten bowl. But
Yep.
sure. Okay, so last clip of the day, end of show. Let's get to it.
So sweet, but she yells and she shrieks.
Yeah, there you go. Well, all right. Well, I've run out of time. I was going to play you a phony phone call, which I'm quite fond of. We actually made a phony phone call to Wolfie's mom, Barb.
Oh,
Yeah, and it's fabulous. And
Still picking the corpse of Wolfie's mom.
Yeah, I mean, literally, they're now cleaning the bones of that corpse. I mean, this is
we've run
Yes.
out of time. I
Run out
want to
of time.
thank Bill Murray once again in the fabulous movie The Friend, and also Riff Raff. And we'll see Seth Rogen tomorrow. I will.
well, we
Try
also
to
have
get-
to thank the actress Maryanne from Brooklyn, who
Marianne from-
also
Right.
graced us with a visit today.
I hope she thanks me if she wins the Oscar. I hope she remembers me and remembers the little people when she's on the top. Yes, Marianne. Yes. There she is. Marianne, tell us again about your Timothy Chalamet. Yes, you enjoy it? Yeah, you enjoyed acting? Okay, all right. We'll see you tomorrow.
wow. So for everybody, if you were curious, the show today lasted 2 hours and 45 minutes, less commercials. Because so it was commercials. It was with commercials, it was 3 hours and 4 minutes.
Absolutely insanity.
I mean, you couldn't do any less than he did. You really couldn't. I mean, Jesus, he barely is filling his contract. At this point, he's barely filling the contract.
I'm just still trying to understand why Bill Murray came in this week. And like you've already said that if it's like 2 people in this week, is he even in next week? And
He isn't.
Curious thing. I'm
Because I said last night that wedding screwed his vacation schedule up, because he was probably going to take next week and the week after 2 weeks for spring break because, you know, the eternal teenager.
Absolutely.
But because the wedding came along, he had to go to the wedding because he needs to star fuck. But then he had these guests booked already. And like, I got to come in. At least I know he at least had Seth Rogen booked a long time ago. I don't know about Murray, but you know, I mean, I don't know how or why Bill Murray came in today. He did not want to be there. He really didn't. He was just kind of there. He was bored.
So let's talk a little bit about. I mean, I don't know if anybody wants to swing around to it since we have about 5 minutes right now. Let's talk about something that Autobot Al wanted to discuss, and that would be the death of John Belushi. So here you go. I will read to you. On Thursday night. Oh, I fucked up. I was all queued up. God.
Oh, no.
Okay. On Thursday night, March 4th, De Niro was bopping around town with actor Harry Dean Stanton, and the two kept phoning Belushi to get him to come out and join them. First at Dan Tana's, an excellent restaurant, Italian restaurant favored by movie people, and then on The Rocks, the exclusive nightclub on Sunset Strip where famous folks could get up to just about anything. Failing to raise him, they drove over to the chateau to see if they could coax him into a bit of play. Instead, they found him and his bungalow in an awful state. The living room was shambles, not sloppy, but actually trashed, as if in a rage. And worse, a flinty, hard-eyed woman named Kathy was lounging amid discarded pizza boxes and wine bottles and dirty laundry as if she had some claim to the place and to Belushi himself. De Niro didn't like the look of her at all, and he called her trashy later. And he was happy to leave when Belushi suggested that he and Stanton go back to On the Rocks and return to the bungalow after the club closed. De Niro left, and when he returned to the chateau a few hours later, it was to his own suite in the company of Stanton and a pair of women they'd met. There, he got a phone call from Robin Williams. The comedian had run into De Niro and Stanton at On the Rocks, and they all agreed to meet up at Belushi's after Williams performed an unscheduled set at the Comedy Store on Sunset Strip. On the phone, De Niro told Williams that he was busy and he would stop by Belushi's on his own. Williams did, and like De Niro, was creeped out by the scene, leaving after a few words and a little coke. After he left, De Niro too stopped in the bungalow, entering through the sliding glass patio door. He had a few words, a few lines, and then took some of the coke that was piled on the living room table and went back to his suite. It was sometime past 3 a.m. At 8 a.m., a room service waiter delivered wheat toast jam and a pot of coffee to Belushi's bungalow. Kathy Smith, the woman who De Niro had shied away from, signed for the order, had her breakfast, cleaned up the room, especially the drug paraphernalia, checked in on Belushi, who was snoring loudly in bed, and left. A little while later, the music producer and manager Derek Powers came knocking on the bungalow door while looking for Miles Copeland, manager of the trio The Police, who was himself staying in one of the hotel's bungalows. Power knocked several times without getting response before realizing he was at the wrong door and moved along. At around noon, a taut, spry man walked through the grounds of the hotel, past the swimming room with a typewriter in his hand. Sky was clear. It was one, blah, 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 blah. Maybe 20 minutes later, a second man came by in a suit, rushing, but again, nothing terribly odd, and again, nobody paid much mind. But presently, there were paramedics moving with purpose, and then policemen, and then within an hour outside the hotel grounds, television cameras, trucks, and packets of paparazzi. There's been a slight disturbance. Soon he learned the truth was more than just slight and far bigger than a disturbance. John Belushi had been discovered in a state of unconsciousness by the man with the typewriter, his personal trainer, and bodyguard Bill Wallace. Wallace performed CPR and the comedian was able to rouse him, but it was Hollywood, and agents matter more than cops. So Wallace called his agent, having trouble waking John up, and yeah, like that. So that's the story according to the Hollywood Reporter. So who knows? Who knows where the truth lie with that? But I remember when he died, I remember that story. I remember it almost like where I know where the space shuttle was and all that weird, crazy shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, that's
it was tragic, but then I saw Continental Divide and I went, oh my God. Yeah, this is for the best.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at Michael with the info. On the Rocks was taken over by Heidi Fleiss in the early 90s.
Oh.
Interesting. So I'm going to leave you all with this. So, everybody's on Ozempic, or everybody's losing weight with it, but I came upon this and I thought it was an amazing thing. So Helen Gurley Brown, who used to run Cosmopolitan magazine, she had written a book called Sex and the Single Girl. It was kind of one of the things that, beget Sex in the City eventually. And she published a diet for women. And this is how all women should eat, is according to her. Okay, you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
For breakfast, 1 egg hard-boiled, 1 glass of white wine, dry, preferably Chablis, black coffee. For lunch, 2 eggs hard-boiled is best, but poached if necessary, 2 glasses of white wine, and black coffee. Dinner, 5 ounces of steak grilled with black pepper, lemon juice, remainder of the white wine. You are allowed 1 bottle per day. Black coffee.
That sounds very good, actually.
Delicious, right?
That's very balanced. You got your fruits, you got meats, you got your black coffee. You're good.
This is your
nothing wrong with that at all. I like it. Women, this is something to go for.
Ladies, this is what you need to do,
man,
to get down to that fine weight of 100 pounds. Yeah.
100? Oh, Mike, what are you, fat?
Fatty.
All right. So what do we got going on tomorrow? Seth Rogen. I can't.
Seth Rogen. It's going to be painful.
Now, is Seth promoting something? Is he?
Not to my knowledge. Do you know anything he's promoting, Xavier? I know nothing.
Let's go to IMDb and let's go to Seth Rogen and let's see what he's. I don't want to rate this. And let's go to Seth.
Granny, that diet right now with all those eggs, you'd have to be really rich to have them.
Right.
Yeah, no shit, right?
All right, Seth Rogen. Let's see what he's in currently. Upcoming. He's executive producer of Invincible, which is a fantastic series. It's a comic.
I'm sorry he's attached to it.
All right, let's see. Executive producer. He's executive producer of The Boys too.
Well, that's turned into a shit show, so that's okay.
A lot of pre-production, a lot of in development. I don't see anything that's current.
So why is he coming in? Why? Just for the love of God, why?
I don't know, but
I mean, come on, why?
Well, actually,
he's been on the schedule.
No. There was I think there was a trailer that broke on YouTube yesterday. So here,
what?
You want to see it?
Yes, of course.
What makes you think we're not going to get in trouble for that?
Because it's inverted and the audio's been switched.
One of the greatest scenes ever.
Very
Everything I put has been manipulated to.
It's been manipulated.
Manipulated.
Every curl is manufactured.
That was a highlight of OJ's fucking career, right there.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right, that's all we got for tonight. Dennis, what's going on at DJ's?
We're going to have a video very soon on why your spark plugs need to be tight. It's
obvious.
Well, no, to some people probably not, but I have some great visual evidence of what could go wrong.
Are you gonna show us your gapper?
Absolutely.
Is what?
My gapper. I actually have a ton of gappers.
What's that? What is that?
You make gaps with it. No, you
it's
measure
like the spoiler.
No, seriously, what is the gapper?
You measure the gap on the spark plug between the electrode and the arm on the point, and just because it has to be a certain distance for every type of car. On my charger, it's 0.035 of an inch. On my BMW 325i, it is 0.04 of an inch.
I
don't even understand what you're saying.
Yeah, it's the little space in the top of the spark plug.
What it is, Mo, is since there's computer in every car.
It bends over.
It literally, the amount of electricity that is dispensed to combust that chamber is measured to the micron, and so in order to have maximum efficiency, the space between the spark plug and the toppy thing have to be precisely what the computer's been told.
Well, but don't you buy them precisely for your car?
No, when you buy them, most of the time, if they're regular spark plugs with the normal electrode, the gap is never right out of the box. It's never right out of the box. They're mass produced, so they'll be off, and so you want to make sure they're right, especially when you're dealing with high performance. Like on my truck, which you would not think is high performance, but it's a twin turbo engine. You have to bring the gap down from the box setting, because otherwise you'll just destroy the spark plug because of all the.
Who doesn't bring it into the service center to get that done?
I don't, because I'm a man and I know how to do these things.
Do you actually really need new spark plugs on new cars?
Yes, you do.
Who would know
out my spark plugs in the truck every 50,000 miles. They get annihilated.
How do you even know to do that?
Well, what it is more likely just your fuel mile, your miles per gallon is going to suffer if you don't have them.
Yeah, you start getting. You start showing. Yeah, they don't have spark plugs. They have glow plugs. But no, because
was that a question? It's right there.
I see that because he can't find the spark plugs in his diesel, because diesels have glow plugs because they actually use the pressure of the cylinder to make combustion. Their compression ratio is like 30-1 in a diesel. It's very, very high. That's why diesel stuff's really, really heavy.
I don't know. Don't you just bring it into the guy and just let him do whatever
No.
you do, and then
No, I'm an actual man. I actually fix things. This is not.
All right.
This is ridiculous. Bring this to somebody. Are you kidding me?
You should do a video where you just take it into the maintenance place at the dealer, and like, okay, let's go have mimosas.
I should have done that when the transmission blew up in the truck, because I didn't do that. It was on warranty. You're right. I should have said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna fix the transmission here." Oh, look at that. There's a bar.
Yes.
Dennis, I need new all-terrains for my Colorado. Any recommendations?
Ooh, that's a 265 70 17s.
What is that? Tire size?
Yeah. I wonder if the KOs, I think KO3s came out from Goodrich. I've heard very good things about them. The Goodyear ones are pretty good. They throw a lot of rocks, though. We have them on the Bronco. They throw a lot of rocks. But they're pretty decent tire. Not that loud on the road. And then the Toyo, what's the Toyo model? That's not a bad tire either. It has good grippy in the mud. Good grippy in the snow.
But the honest reply to that would have been, do you ever go off road? Because if you don't, you can get any fucking tire. Like 80% of those trucks never go off road.
He wants all terrains. He wants all terrains. So he said all terrains. I'm going to go with the thing that actually sees some dirt.
Yeah. Well, okay. Back in the big mountains guy.
I don't know about any of that stuff either.
Yeah. But yeah. So I'm doing a video because it annihilated a spark plug, and that was interesting. Yeah. So that now, and I'm also gonna have a video very soon on me changing the clutch in that car, because Mrs. Chair annihilated the clutch.
Good times.
Annihilated it. I've never seen a clutch smoke. It was smoking. It was impressive, actually.
Jesus Christ. All I know is anytime I've had to get new tires, I've had to get like at least 2, sometimes 4.
Yeah,
you should buy in pairs. Always buy in pairs, unless the tires are like what happened to me. I bought tires 2 weeks later. I got a cut in the sidewall, so then I had to get one tire, but it was only like 100 miles difference. But usually you have to buy in pairs.
I remember after COVID, there was actually a really bad time period for tires. I think I talked about it because nobody had tires. What was they using? Continentals, maybe Pirellis.
Yes.
I don't remember what they were, but Continentals, there were nowhere to be had.
Yep, different.
And I had to wait.
Oh, the supply chain back then.
Yeah, the supply chains.
Yeah.
It was horrible. All right, friends. Spark plug should be torqued to spec too.
Yeah, I have a torque to spec. It's right here. I know exactly how tight to make it. I've been doing this so long. It's like 18 to 20 foot-pounds.
How do you even know where the spark plugs go? I mean, you open up a hood nowadays, and it's just like a cover of plastic. It's like that.
Well, yeah,
take
big
cover
cover,
off and
screw that.
There they are. You follow the little power packs are right on top of them. I mean, they have these little things right on top of the spark plugs. You unbolt those, and right down there in the hole is spark plugs. Everything's a Hemi now, so everything is a hemispherical head. So everything goes right down.
See, there you go. This is my Dennis.
Are your spark plugs? Are they recessed into the firewall, or are they like easily accessible?
Actually, no. I have rear-wheel drive cars. Front-wheel drive cars have the worst car I ever worked on was a Cavalier. The back, it was a 6 in it, and the back 6 basically you had to undo the motor mount and rotate the engine.
Oh,
you had to pick the engine up
because it's sideways, right?
Yeah, you had to pick it up backwards.
They literally put. I mean, it's crazy how tight they put those freaking engines in now.
Actually, no, Canada. Somebody else torqued these. I drove cross country with it, and then they blew out. I've never had a spark plug come loose in my entire life.
So there.
All day. I changed the spark plugs in my Charger just for fun.
Wow. Okay. Well, there you go. So you wanted to have these conversations. Dennis is going to be doing live shows at some point in the near future on DJ's Classic Garage. So go follow him and like him and subscribe, and then you'll know when he's going to be doing some live shows. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Until then, we shall see you.
Damani?
Hey everybody, this is Arnold, and you're listening to RadioGunk. I want you to like and subscribe. Monique, Dennis, and Javier show, the best in the world. Come on, get down to the chopper!